This is a very special video of a young boy who is now one of the best players in the world of chess. Born on 29th of May 2006, Gukesh is just 16 years old, but he's already broken into top 30 in the world. He's ranked around 25 and has a rating of 2725. So while I was doing my research and writing an article on him, I found that we had many pictures of him in the ChessBase India archives, because we started roughly around 2016, and that was the period when Gukesh started, improving as a chess player. He was 10 years old back then, or 9, and he was improving. And so these are some of the pictures which are very interesting ones, and I'm going to take you through around 75 pictures, and by which you might get to know more about this future world-class player. First picture here is a very nice one of Velammal Vidyalay, Gukesh's school, and it is when he was, I think, he finished second place at the district level chess tournament and 9th place at the children's chess tournament. You can see that these are achievements which are not spectacular, but the school always promoted and helped chess, and they have written great things are not done by impulse but by a series of small things brought together. And I think it's this very concept which has shaped Gukesh's career. So this is the first picture here from Velammal Vidyalay, which has supported him a lot. I think here's another picture which we have of him with the famous cricketer Chris Gale, who visited Velammal Vidyalay. This is a very nice picture we have, and this is Gukesh and Pranav just having a nice time at the IIFL Wealth Tournament in Mumbai. You can see Gukesh enjoying himself. Pranav, who recently became the 75th Grandmaster of India. Both of them were very good friends of each other when they were young. Here's another one, and I love this picture because in this it shows a very young Gukesh. I believe he must be around 10 years old, and he's fighting against Lakshman, who is a Grandmaster, and you can see how Gukesh is very diminutive, very small in front of his opponent, not just like who is very, very strong player, but also plays very fast, and it just shows, from then Gukesh was a big fighter. The next one has very special memories because it happened in Nagpur at the National Schools Championship. It was in 2017 January, if I'm not mistaken, and we had this Komodo 9 DVD which was signed by Vishy Anand, and I was there, and we had kept a prize that in the world at the national schools, anyone in any age category who scores 9 out of 9 gets this. And Gukesh had made up his mind that he will aim for it. And in the end, I had to leave soon from the event, so I gave this Komodo 9 DVD to Niklesh, and I said, if someone makes it, then you can give it to them, or else you can return it back to me next time we meet. And Gukesh achieved that score, and here he is with that. I guess he might still have it at home. In 2017, Gukesh started traveling for his, he was 11 years old, for his IM title, and his first IM norm came at the tournament organized by Peter Long in Malaysia. That's Peter Long there, and Gukesh's father Rajnikant. They traveled to Malaysia, and Gukesh played very well and achieved his first IM norm. In the last round, he had to win, I believe, and he did it. After making his IM norm, he went to for a nice meal in an Indian restaurant, eating rice there. A very nice picture. And then Peter Long had this nice library at his chess academy, and Gukesh was, as always, reading through this book of Ramesh. One thing which I've seen in Gukesh is that he's very, very hungry for chess knowledge. And here also, this, even though the tournament was over and he had succeeded, he wanted to improve and gain more knowledge. I think this one is at the Sharjah Masters here, and you can see many young talents in this picture. There is Gukesh, Pranav, Pragnananda. This the one in blue is Leon, and I think behind Pranav and Gukesh is Javokir Sindarov. Can't see his face, but it looks like him. And we also have Rahul VS over there. Then this one is at the National Championships Under 11 in Pune. I had traveled there on the last day, and Gukesh had just won the tournament, and we recorded a video. I think this was my first ever interview with Gukesh, and he showed this double bishop sacrifice game against Pranit Vupalla. Very nice game. And in the background you can see also very young talents like there is Bharat Subramaniam on the far right here, who is now a Grandmaster. We have Jubin Jimmy, who is a talented player. Shahil Day, who has now become an IM. At the closing ceremony of the Nationals, there is Rajnikant, Gukesh's proud father. And I think the winner of the girls section was Savita Shri. So on your left is Savita's father. Then Gukesh played at the Bhopal tournament, GM tournament, and there he finished 6th in a field which was like filled with many strong players. And Gukesh, who was just 11 years old, got 40,000 rupees. So that was already showing that he can play in the big league, in the open tournaments. In 2018, Gukesh played at the IIFL tournament and he won the junior section and IIFL Wealth tournament. The nice thing is, on the last day, Vishy Anand comes there as the chief guest, and he handed Gukesh this very nice trophy here that he had won. Parham Maksudlu, by the way, won in the open section. Here's another nice picture of Gukesh and his father after having won the trophy. Then later on, Gukesh went in Moscow to play in some Moscow Open tournament and a few tournaments there, and is a cute picture of him along with Rakshita Ravi and Varshini in the snow over there. This is at the Under 12 Asian Youth, and you can see Gukesh playing against Daneshwar Bardia, who was recently playing for the Iranian team as well. And you can see a Vietnamese boy looking at the game, and Gukesh, if I'm not mistaken, won not just one gold medal but many over there, individual and team and rapid and blitz and everything he won over there. This is Gukesh's first GM norm that he made at the Thailand Open, at the BCC Thailand Open, and there he has the trophies there, and he had a very interesting game against Nigel Short. I think something happened where Gukesh was playing, and I think Nigel Short forgot to press the clock, and Gukesh won on time, and something of that sort had happened, and it was a small kind of a controversy back then, but Gukesh had won and got his first GM norm there. And here's another very nice game. If I remember it correctly, it was at the Kolkata Open in 2018. Gukesh playing on the right. He is playing against Arvind Chidambaram. Gukesh is wearing the ChessBase India t-shirt. Used to often wear it, and over there you can see he's totally focused. He was completely losing this game but managed to trick Arvind in the endgame and win. And this is World Cadets, that was under 12, that is won by Gukesh and Savita Shri. I think Gukesh really wanted to play and win one world title, so he played here and he won in 2018. This is a very nice picture of Gukesh and Leon playing in some tournament, some open event, I think maybe in Serbia, and there are all these players and he's sitting there as a young guy. In 2019 January, Gukesh, who was just 12 years and 7 months old and 17 days, played this game against DK Sharma, and there he won his game and he became a Grandmaster. And this is a very nice picture by David Lada where he's captured the moment where the AICF secretary Bharat Singh Chauhan hugged Gukesh for his fantastic achievement. There's also Vishal Sareen and I think Anand Babu who are there in the picture. Frederick Friedel from ChessBase visited India during that period. He met with Gukesh and Savita and gave them ChessBase 15. And he also went to their place in Chennai, and Gukesh and his parents were thrilled. Gukesh had just become a GM back then. One of the things that Gukesh loves, I think, is just relaxing after a tournament is over, because during the tournament he's very focused and he has many friends in the chess circle, because he doesn't really go to the school, so there are not many friends from school. But here you can see with his buddies Aditya Mittal and Divya Deshmukh. Microsense felicitated Gukesh for his achievement of becoming a Grandmaster. On the left you can see Mr. Kailas Nathan, the managing director of Microsense, along with D.V. Sundar from AICF, who at that point who has been a former secretary of AICF, and also Manuel Aaron, the first international master of India. And Narendra Modi tweeted and congratulated Gukesh for achieving this beautiful feat. He just missed the youngest GM title by a few days back then, and he said young Gukesh has made the country proud by his accomplishment. His diligence and perseverance are noteworthy. Congratulations to him and best wishes for future endeavors. And when he became the second youngest GM, Amul made this Amul topical, which was the second youngest Grand Muska. Very nice. Velammal, as always, felicitated Gukesh there. Big support by them, and you can see in the picture is Gukesh's mother Padma Kumari, Rajnikant father, and also his coach back there, Vishnu Prasanna. And that's a very nice picture of a very relieved father who had his son has just achieved his GM title, and also Gukesh's mother has a big smile on her face. After he became a GM, Gukesh was invited by Vishy Anand to his place in Chennai, and I think it was a dream come true for Gukesh. He went there, analyzed chess with Vishy, and also later Pragnananda joined in. So then together they analyzed with Vishnu and Raghavi looking on, and also this is Vishy's place, and Gukesh's parents took a picture with him. It's a very nice photo here of Gukesh and Leon playing in Vietnam at the HD Bank at the start of the round. Leon writing his score sheet, Gukesh just meditating before the game. And then that year they went to Germany in Hamburg, and Frederick picked them up at the train station, and this is a picture from there. Gukesh also visited the ChessBase office in Hamburg and did a show with Carsten Müller. You can find it online, and it was a very nice endgame show. One of the very few occasions when they got a chance to actually do some sightseeing. So here they are at an aquarium. Most of the times when they go to tournaments, Gukesh and his father just go to the tournament, play and come back. But here you can see them just exploring a bit. Gukesh played at the French League, and he was playing for the Cannes team, and his opponent was Nihal Sareen from Philidor Mulhouse, and at that point Nihal won the game, and I think it was quite a smooth game by Nihal. At that point there was a big gap, I would say not a big but at least a solid gap between Nihal and Gukesh. You can see already rating wise Nihal is 2598, Gukesh is 2533. But now that gap has closed. In fact, Gukesh has gone around 50 elo points ahead. Another picture of Gukesh playing against the strong Matthew Cornet. Very nice game. If you ever get a chance to see this game, please do check it out. In 2019, there was a camp by Microsense, that was held on the border of France and Switzerland, where 14th world champion Vladimir Kramnik trained the super talents. And you can see here Pragnananda, Leon and Gukesh reading Dvoretsky's endgame manual in Russian. They don't care about the language, there must be a diagram and they are just discussing it. And Gukesh always looks very serious, but he is also quite naughty, as can be seen by this picture. And often, he used to get so tired analyzing that he would be, often just going to sleep over there. But he worked really hard, and it was this phase where he wasn't using engines, he was thinking with his own mind, and I think it has helped him tremendously to become a strong player. Another nice picture of him just napping at the airport. Gukesh and Prag came to Mumbai. We took them to ChessBase India office and gave them some books which they could choose, and they chose some books. Gukesh took Dvoretsky's Analytical Manual and Small Steps to Giant Improvement. Prag took the Game Changer, and I think Konstantin Sakev's Positional Chess Manual. This is at our place, actually in the room where I'm recording right now, and with Gukesh and Prag with Amruta. And then this was this one event which he played in China. I think he was invited there, and it was a closed tournament, and he played there with some young talents in the event. It's a very nice picture at Sunway Sidges, because it's like, Nihal born in 2004, the highest rated junior I think in the world at that point. Then Prag born in 2005, also the highest rated. Gukesh in 2006 and Rahil Malik in 2007. So all of them just 1 year apart, and it was a very nice picture that was shot in Sunway Sidges. Next year, Frederick once again visited India, and this is a cool picture at the Crocodile Park in Chennai with Aruna Anand, Vishy Anand's wife, and his son Akhil, and Gukesh there also joining in. In 2019 at the World Blitz Championship, World Rapid and Blitz, with his coach Vishnu Prasanna here. And in 2020, we had a training camp in Chennai with Kramnik and Gelfand flying down to Chennai in Mahabalipuram at the East Coast Road near Mahabalipuram, and we did this with 14 young talents of Indian chess, and it's a nice picture of Gukesh who's growing up with his parents. One more picture, actually not from this one but the previous camp of Gukesh with Kramnik and other young talents. It was from the one in Geneva, one in that border of France and Switzerland. Here's a nice picture of Rajnikant taking his son on a bicycle to the tournament venue. It was very cold there, you can see them in their jackets. But one of the things that they've always tried to do while traveling is save funds, because it's very expensive, and for a long time they did not have sponsors until Microsense came in, and so anything that could be saved was saved. So here traveling by the bicycle was the most economical, and they would do that. This is Gukesh winning, I think, the Cannes Chess Festival here. And then the lockdown struck and Gukesh was at home. You can see playing badminton with his mother there, and also with his family, just having a good time overall with his family. But Gukesh worked really hard on his chess, and I think that proved to be a game changer, as he has mentioned on many occasions that during the lockdown he worked really hard, and that helped him to become a stronger chess player. I think this is a picture with the team owner of the Cannes Chess Club, and I think they have stuck with Gukesh and helped him in his chess. At the FIDE World Cup, where Gukesh was given a wild card entry, if I'm not mistaken, and he played against Daniel Dubov, and he gave him a very tough fight in round 2. Round 1 he beat Pavel Teklov, and in the end he lost, but it was a great learning experience for him. He's giving a simul here in some European event. I am not sure which one it is, but it's such a nice thing to see, like, Gukesh giving a simul. This one is a picture of Gukesh and Peter Swidler playing Blitz after one of the tournaments was over, and you can see Peter Swidler maybe pointing out, Gukesh, maybe you have to go and get your prize, but Gukesh is like, oh, what's the next best move? And again, this is one of those pictures which shows you that you can learn more about chess at any given moment. It doesn't always have to be planned, structured, training camp and all. It's just playing at the closing ceremony. Maybe Peter Swidler was there and they said, okay, let's play a few games, and they played it, and Gukesh might have learned a lot from this world-class GM. This is a very nice thing. Gukesh played at the Chess Super League for the Kingslayers, and it was very interesting. He was in Armenia, and while many of the juniors were playing different tournaments and they said they couldn't play the Chess Super League because something was clashing, Gukesh said that he would finish his rounds and he would play. He did not want to miss this opportunity, and he actually played in one of the rounds. His game ended and his father was there with the laptop at the venue, and he played his last move. He came and then he played on the laptop as well. It was very nerve-wracking. This is at the FIDE Grand Swiss, where you can see the great Alexei Shirov looking at his games. At the year end, Gukesh visited the World Championship in 2021, Dubai, Magnus versus Nepo, where Anand was commentating. He was already working with Vishy at the Westbridge Anand Chess Academy, and Pragnananda and him are discussing there. Gukesh, Prag, Leon, Pranav, they all came to represent their school, Velammal, over there. And you can see they won the inter-school tournament. The Velammal school already was very strong, close to an Olympiad team, and wishing Gukesh the best before the game. This is at the World Rapid and Blitz in Poland in 2021 December. Gukesh playing against Ivan Cheparinov, and Gukesh played pretty well in that event. Then he started playing in India in 2022. He finished second at the national championships in Lucknow. Then in Delhi he finished second, both behind Arjun Erigesi, and Gukesh did pretty well in both those events. Then he went to Europe and he won a series of events in Spain, and he pumped up his rating over there. And then in came the Olympiad, very nice picture by Steve Bonhager, and here he managed to just stun the world with 8 out of 8, finishing with 9 out of 11, scoring a gold medal for Team India 2 and a bronze team medal, gold medal on board 1, which is amazing, which propelled his rating to 2725. And at the closing ceremony, I managed to take this picture with his trainer Vishnu and Vishnu's wife Raghavi. And now Gukesh is currently playing in Turkish league, and he started off with 3 out of 3, then lost couple of games, so his rating is still 2725. But this small little presentation of 74 pictures, I hope you are able to get to know more about Gukesh's journey. I will link the article that I have written below in the description. Do check it out. And one final image which I wanted to show is this one. This is there in my kitchen, and this is by Gukesh, because when we were at the training camp of Kramnik, Gukesh had this one and he forgot that, like, he did not take it back home. We took it and then we started using it, and somehow we never returned it back. And whenever I use it, I remember Gukesh, and as his rating keeps on growing, I think this ladle is becoming more and more valuable, and I hope that Gukesh manages to become the world champion, and then I can say that I have that at my place. So I hope you enjoyed this small little presentation of all the pictures of Gukesh from a very, very young talent over here to becoming the Olympic gold medal winner on the first board. It's been an insane journey, a wonderful one, but guess what? It has just begun. He's just 16 years old, and there's a lot more to come in the years to come. For now, this is Sagar Shah signing off.